And welcome back, YouTube. It's 7:37 p.m. Thursday, November 17th, 2022. So, picked up my daughter at the hospital. She seems to be fine. She says she's pretty sore from it, but she looks okay. Gave her a prescription for some muscle relaxers. Didn't know where to take it. Went to the Walgreens at 36. At least she was waiting out front. Like, I didn't have to go searching for her. That's a good thing. Went to the Walgreens at 36th Street in Thomas. It's been a little while since I've been there. They're still playing the loop of William Tell Overture quite loudly outside, which just, it's kind of annoying, but it still kind of cracks me up at the same time. So yeah, it's been a while since I've gone to that store. They've completely rearranged it. Like, all the shelves are facing in different directions, and it's just, I hate it when stores do that. Like, the store that I shop at, even if only semi-regularly, like, I learn where stuff is, and then they rearrange everything, and I can't find shit. And these people that are in charge of retail stores, cut that shit out. Stop doing it. Honestly, it makes me not want to shop at your stores when you rearrange everything. Like, I come in, I want to get what I want to get, and I know where it is. And then when I walk in and everything's rearranged, it just makes me want to go to a different store where I still know where everything is. Case in point, the Fry's over at Arcadia Crossing, I used to shop there 2-3 times a week. They rearranged the store. I hardly ever go in there anymore. Just because it's not as user-friendly anymore. Aisles that used to go through don't. There's a giant, like, they've got this big obstacle between, like, where the bread is and the bakery and the produce section. It just makes it annoying to walk through the store. I really like the arrangement of the store before they messed it up. Did it with this Walgreens. With this Walgreens taking it to a whole other level. I don't know if it's just they're short-handed or what, but the floor in there, I actually left a review on Google Maps because I was with some pictures. I was just so appalled. The floor is just absolutely disgusting, filthy. White floor, all kinds of just black, just mess everywhere. Like, the entire store, just, the floor is absolutely filthy. Like, seriously, Walgreens, do you not have a mop? Damn. And so I'm taking my daughter to the pharmacy. She goes in, I park, so I'm a little bit behind her. And I come in, and I'm just partially confused because the path that I used to take to the pharmacy isn't there anymore because they've rearranged all the damn aisles. And normally, like, I would walk kind of through the store and I would look at the end caps to see if there's, any food items on sale and grab them while I'm there, even if I wasn't planning on going to Walgreens. But yeah, they got that. They've rearranged the whole thing, and I didn't feel like trying to figure out where anything is. So I'm walking through to the pharmacy, just absolutely in shock at just how absolutely filthy the floor is everywhere. And I get to the pharmacy area where there's kind of an open area and there's chairs and just the floor all over the pharmacy area. It's just absolutely filthy. And then the two aisles by the pharmacy, the end and then all around them are just obstructed with all these totes of, like, inventory that apparently somebody was putting away but then didn't bother to put away and didn't bother to take the totes out of the aisles either. Now, borderline tripping hazard. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that used to be a decent Walgreens, but it was absolutely appalling. And then when I got on Google Maps and was reading other reviews, apparently I'm not the only person that's been there and not been happy with the state of that store. So anyway, come to find out, I don't know what the details were. I did ask Allison as soon as she got in the car, where, if she still had insurance, and where her insurance did her prescriptions, where her prescriptions had to go. she didn't really know. She said Walgreens. And then when she got there, it's like, oh, well, it'll be cheaper for me at Fry's. So, I don't know. So, wasted some time at that Walgreens and then ended up, like, waiting while she was in line there to eventually need to go to Fry's. There are a lot of blinky lights on the right. Anyway, she said that she's got, like, some kind of health plan, like I'm assuming government health plan through I wish this truck would pick a lane. Holy crap. You know, cars weaving in and out of traffic are one thing, but a semi weaving in and out of traffic? Freaking ridiculous. We got this one slow guy not keeping pace with traffic. Yeah, you're awesome, dude. That guy looked about 80 years old and was hunched down behind a steering wheel. So Allison's accident. I asked her what she did. She rear-ended somebody because she was distracted in rush hour traffic. Brilliant. Like, what were you doing? In her car, she always listens to some kind of an online thing through her phone, through the Bluetooth in her car stereo. So, of course, she was playing with her phone, trying to select music while driving rush hour traffic and rear-ended somebody. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I told her that's why I listen to the radio. So there's commercials on the radio. I'm like, yeah, commercials are informative. Maybe it was a little too harsh on her about it. I'm glad she's not hurt, but disappointed that she's. But those are the kind of accidents that only happens if you're not watching the road and if you're tailgating. And obviously, she was doing both. I don't know how messed up her car is. She said she had it towed to Rob's. Seems pretty convinced that she can get it fixed. She's like, well, I hope Rob fixes it quick. And I'm like, yeah, well, it took him 10 months to fix my motor, so good luck with that. And she said something about that if he doesn't get it done quick, she'll have her sugar daddy take care of it. So, must be nice to have that kind of female privilege. Anyway. So many women want to talk about male privilege, but the reality is that a young woman can probably find some simple dude that's willing to fix her car. Ain't nobody doing that for a dude. Just saying. So, anyway, she said she was on her way to, oh God, some strip club to audition. I don't know how to get it through her head. I don't want to be bluntly mean, but like she's like, she keeps telling me, I don't understand why they don't just tell me on the phone that they're not hiring. And she's saying that well, they tell me I can come in for an audition, but then they don't even let me dance. And yeah, your audition was the moment you walked through the door, they looked at you and they were like, no. And I told her, and she kind of got upset. I told her, it's like, hey, I said, nobody's hiring me to be a stripper either. Even if they are hiring, they're not hiring me. I'm trying to hate on my daughter, but just, there's a certain look that is expected of strippers, and yeah, my daughter ain't it. Just saying. Especially if she was going into those kind of places dressed the way she's dressed today.
Or pie made with fresh Cosmic Crisp apples. There are many dishes we look forward to sharing during the holidays, and Fry's has all.
Anyway, I'm on my way to Bullocks, obviously. I'm tired and cranky. Hopefully that doesn't translate into a really shitty show. Got a little bit of music work done today. Not as much as I would have liked to have gotten. I still once again got too much in my Wondershare. My Wondershare history. All my tube history to the point where it's kind of problematic. And I'm not stopping downloading stuff because I'm still trying to get everything I can, because so often karaoke tracks go up online and they quickly get pulled due to copyright conflicts. So I just kind of got to get them as many as I can when they're available. But yeah, I'm trying to get that number down. I forget what the number is that it's at, but it's at a certain like 100 number. I mean, it's a couple thousand, but I know when it gets above like that hundreds place, it starts to get problematic. As long as I keep it under that hundreds place, it's good. And at one point I was into like 50 something above where it starts to get problematic. I think I got it down to about 15-ish. But I still don't have a point where I can count on it being reliable for downloading it if somebody asks for something I don't have at Bullocks tonight. So anyway, after we went to Walgreens, we went to Fry's. That was obscenely time consuming. I waited in the parking lot for her for what seemed like freaking ever. Eventually I got tired of waiting and walked in, and at that point she was walking away from the pharmacy, and she's like, well, just realized, she said she left her phone charger in the car. Can't say I haven't done the same thing multiple times. I mean, I leave my phone charger cables all over the damn place. She's like, well, where do they have them here? I'm like, yeah, they're really overpriced at Fry's. Best place to get them is Ross. She's like, well, I don't have any way to get there. It's like, it's the next store down the street. You can walk there. I need to get socks anyway. So she got a cord. I think she spent like $6 or $7 for it. Alright, we got another homeless person walking in the spot. Flying up, panhandling with a sign in the spot where there's not supposed to be any pedestrians. I really wish ADOT would do something about that. So he's carrying a skateboard deck as opposed to a will work for a food sign. That's odd. Yeah, every time I talk to her about like looking for a, it's probably gonna have to look for a job. Like in her mind, stripping is a job, and I guess I mean it can be a job. I'm not saying it's not, I guess, but I mean there came a point where I was not finding any more karaoke gigs, and I had to look for a job. The air quotes up there. And now I'm at Amazon. It's just like, well, what would you do if you lost your karaoke gig and you got fired from Amazon? I'd have some sympathy for you. I said, that's fine. I said, I got sympathy for you, but on the same, if I got fired from Amazon, I would be on my phone applying for other jobs on the ride home. And then she came at me with like, well, I have, with my sleep inertia, it's just too hard for me to work a schedule. I just can't keep a job because I can't work a schedule. Yeah, adulting is hard. I mean, I feel her. I have the same problems. I struggle with it too, That's why so I guess apparently she got let go from Amazon for attendance issues. And yeah, Amazon will eventually, Amazon has hands down, the most liberal attendance policy I've ever seen anywhere. But yeah, if you let yourself run out of UPT, they let you go. But man, it takes some effort to do that. Anyway, I get the feeling she's not eligible for rehire at Amazon, which is frustrating. I don't know what she's doing. She's probably just chilling at home, but anyway, I gotta go do my damn show. Drink a pitcher of beer, try to get in a more chipper mood, get something to eat while I'm here. Oh, snap, the light's burned out. Not that I'm worried about anybody doing anything in my car here, but there's a light right here. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on the ride. I wish I had more positive things to say, but it's just been kind of an annoying day, to put it really mildly. I was hoping to get more sleep. This is like 2 days in a row that I didn't get much sleep, and I was also hoping to get a little bit more work done on my music before leaving for, I guess I should be more relieved that my daughter's okay after being in an accident. I'm just annoyed she's playing with her phone while driving when I've told her repeatedly, don't do that. And probably also tailgating. Rear-ending is just... Rear-ending somebody's the most preventable accident. All you gotta do is not tailgate and keep your eyes on the road and it won't happen. Anyway, it's time for a karaoke show. It's time to go in the bar and get happy. And maybe if I'm really, really lucky, find some strange, because God knows Priscilla just isn't in the mood for anything at all anymore.